Help the raver start a nightclub. Oh my god.
Breaks into frenzied dance-like motion to celebrate the name. Someone turns up the beat.
Observe his movements. What are you doing, Andre?
I'm dancing!
Hello there everyone, I am Big Bear. Welcome back to Disco Elysium. If we remember in the last episode, I managed to get the chest piece for the armour, of which I'm going to have a wee shifty at right now. Is it interactable? No. It's not my clothes, is it? Oh! It is! Oh my god. +1 pain threshold, thicker skin, 1 volition, borrowed confidence, -1 empathy, mania of invulnerability. Wow. Bosh. Cool! Hook. Oh.
The white ceramic cuirass hugs your torso, shielding your vitals without adding much bulk to your form.
Cool.
Your movements cause tiny little clicks, like dice rolling somewhere far away, as the plates reorient to your motions.
I will be responsible with this. This is just to protect me from harm, not to show off. Yeah, that's true. Decked out in future armour like a cop ought to be. No, I will be responsible with this.
The hardened vitreous enamel, at once sleek and voluptuous, adds a glow to your cheeks and a spring to your step. Just imagine what a full suit of this stuff could do for you. Yeah, but I'm not going to be able to get a full suit, am I?
You
really do feel more confident. Invulnerability does that. Even partial invulnerability.
This gear could line my pockets with some cash. I could probably sell it to some other cops. This is the long sought after enemy technology. I can't just enjoy it, I must study it. Yeah, that's...
Remember, this is a highly specialized kinetic redistributor meant to stop bullets. Wear it. Observe its properties. See if there's a weakness in the design.
Fairweather T500. Oh, yes, please. Did I not... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh my god, I have 7 skill points. Jesus. Okay, you know what, we'll unlock that in the meantime. So what did the Fairweather T500, it really hurts to punch this armour. A sword wouldn't leave even a scratch. A bullet would bounce right off. Still, there must be flaws in it that would allow you to stand your ground against the dangerous enemy technology. You just have to figure out what it is. Possibly by beating yourself while wearing it. Shooting yourself, let's see. -1 savoir-faire. Screw it. You know what, let's go for it. Fairweather T500. Okay, next up. I don't need to put anything into... well, use any skill points, I guess, at this point in time. What else have I got? Should I be... Find Morel, the cryptozoologist. You told Lena Morel is missing because of the broken waterlock. She's still... oh, yeah, so I need to speak to... right, so he's right there. That's fine. Determine where the shot came from. That I will have a look at momentarily. Actually, you know what? We'll come back to him. Because... is there not a place... here that we thought... boardwalk for bullet traces, island for bullet traces, Land's End for bullet traces. Land's End first. Hang on a wee minute. I didn't see anything earlier. Right, because I was up this way looking for the buoy, but nothing stood out to me. Oh.
Is there something here that would indicate a sniper used this place as a nest for taking the shot? Just some urban detritus, a bottle, and a dilapidated old comms tower.
Oh, right, so I had to come straight up to the top, and then it was a... right, that makes sense.
In the distance, you can hear the breakers roar.
I don't see it, Lieutenant W. Freighter. I don't see a person take a shot here and hit something there. In the whirling in rags.
Fair enough. Maybe the campfire was used by the perpetrator.
To warm his hands before pulling the trigger? Perhaps. But anyone could have made this. The coast is specked with fires this time of year.
He looks around.
Truthfully, this seems like a very poor choice to take a 1.2 kilometer rifle shot from. Visibility is awful. There's water vapor everywhere. I think we can rule out... Beatable Prime, was it?
Okay, Beatable, but maybe the assailant climbed the comms tower and took the shot from there.
It's not possible to climb that ladder. And even if it were, why? There's no platform up there to aim from.
Fair enough.
It does look extremely rickety, and wouldn't help much either.
What about the cigarette butts?
Those? A smoking assailant who favors Tumutiri to Astra or Joanne? Cigarette butts are everywhere. This is a common brand for all men.
Look over the water to the whirling in rags.
There, 1.2 kilometers over the wave-crossed bay, through heavy, dark grey curtains of rain, you see the smallest rectangle, barely visible. A glowing light on the third floor of the whirling in rags. With binoculars, you would see a young woman's shape move behind the glass, her limbs long and slender.
Nah, so it's not this one, is it? Finish the thought. Okay, check Land's End for... Oh, right, so that's how we do it. Right, next up, the boardwalk. Okay, I'm telling you, there's absolutely hee-haw here with regards to bullet residue or anything like that I can look into. I'm hoping it's not a glitch. I'm not going to waste any more time. And what was the third thing? Check the island for bullet traces. How this sort... Which island? Is that the one in the map? This one. Top middle. Must be. Did we take a boat? Looks like it. I've not asked the lassie out on a date yet who has the boat... I can't remember her name. In the wee village. In the fisherman's shacks. That's a thought. Well, anyway, sorry, it isn't what I'm doing now. Okay, right, we'll go back and speak to the cryptozoologist and then, you know what, we'll take it from there. Okay.
Hello, hello. What can I do for you, officer?
Lena seems pretty eager for you to return.
And I'm eager to return to her, I assure you. But I can't leave before we've finished with these traps.
Can I help?
My wife understands that just as well as anyone.
70 plus experience, Jesus Christ.
Come on, Morale. We've been soaking out here for days. It's time to go back.
And leave the traps? Absolutely not. I won't let Lena down.
Come on, she wants us back. I'm soaked up to my nuts over here. We'll both catch reed crabs if we don't dry out soon.
What's this? Come on, you're doing this for yourself, not her. I didn't know the phasmid was so important to Lena. Well, she did talk a lot about cryptids.
Of course it's important to her. She's seen it. A verified sighting, on record. One of only 4 this century, and it's hers.
She's seen it?
Really? She's sighted the plasmid?
Yes.
The phasmid?
That's how we first came to know one another, in fact. But that's her story to tell, not mine. Suffice to say, it's long been our dream to find proof of the Insulindian phasmid together. I can't abandon course now.
He doesn't sound particularly well. Another cough into his fist this time. Maybe you could go back to the whirling warm-up and come back to check the traps later. You should just give up on this bug hunt. Okay, I understand. I don't give up on things either. Maybe you could go back and warm yourself at the whirling.
No, no, no. The traps need to be monitored on a regular schedule. What would we do if the phasmid were to starve while we were sipping tea at the hostel?
He's dead set on this. I could go for some trap setting.
Oh god, what if we check the traps for you? Okay, I regret offering my help now.
I didn't expect you to take such an interest in our work here, officer.
It looks at you with obvious surprise. Cryptozoology and detective work are very similar. Chaos is my method. I am its scion. I'm all in with this cryptid shit. I'm hooked. Yeah, why not?
The bug, I see. It's easier to get caught up in the search than you'd imagine.
Where are these traps? Ooh.
There are 4 in total. One is to the south, on this little peninsula, by the boathouses there. It's very near. Another we set in Land's End, to the northeast. It's behind a small sand dune there, on your way to the old radio tower, after the church. The third is set near the canal, where you crossed, by a concrete slab. A big thicket of reeds going up the slope, and among them, you should check at least one of those before returning to this one, since I just said it. This one's more of a technicality, but still, better safe and stupid than sorry.
And what do I do if there's a phasmid in one of the traps?
Bring it to me at once. Just make sure the trap is closed tight.
What if I encounter the Phasmid in the wild?
That's highly unlikely, officer. But in the event you do, I'll
It is.
spray you with a pheromone mixture I developed.
Ugh.
It's made of musk and research chemicals. The pheromone should attract the insect to you, or at least prevent it from bolting at the sight of you. It's quite potent. Will last you about a week.
Lay it on me thick, present your armpit. Just lay it on me.
Wise choice.
He douses you with the odd-smelling spray, then gives you a satisfied
I
nod.
hope you're not buying this. He dispenses it without letting you touch the canister, so it would be precious like holy water.
It is precious. A single dose cost me 50 real to develop. Not that I expect you to understand self-financing one's own research.
He looks at the lieutenant with disdain, then puts the spray back in his pocket. I'm ready, let's do it.
Right. Which means you two can pack up and go back to the whirling.
Finally, someone's talking sense.
Thank you for your help. Gary and I will start breaking down camp. If you have any more questions, now's the time to ask. We'll be gone once you get to it.
Did you know Gary was hiding the armor?
Hell no. I had no idea. And I'm still cross with him, to be honest. It's not like him. He's got his quirks, but dishonesty, disloyalty are not one of them.
Oh, come on, man, it's worth a fortune.
Thanks.
Okay, let's leave. Right, off you go, chappies. Won't be back at this spot then, I guess, later. Okay, we can go and check the traps. So 2 hours to go until I can find out who has my gun. And god damn, 7 freaking skill points. I really have been extremely relaxed about attempting skill checks, haven't I? I don't know, it can't hurt. You know, I'm sure I'll find a red skill check that's really important and I need to put all my stuff into it. Oh yeah, I want to go and speak to Noid next because we have to align the signs with Noid or something like that. I don't know, I can't remember. Let's speak to everybody first.
Yeah, it's all set up, man. Can you already imagine 1,000 people in here? 10,000!
He's not going to get 10,000 people in here.
Ecstatic vibrations, totally transcendent. And I've finished setting up the new compressor too.
He looks at the imposing black box in the corner that's churning out the
Now
sound.
the only thing left to do is the name of the club. Will you do the honours, detective?
Ooh, okay. What do you propose as the name, Andre? Cell, what would you suggest? Egghead, you must have a lot of ideas. Oh, I'm not speaking to Egghead again. We solved that puzzle. Kim, how would you name the nightclub? Oh.
I wouldn't. I wouldn't build a club, and I wouldn't name it either.
Fair point.
An underground place with no name? Sounds like something the Crabman would say.
We're not going with anything the Crabman would say.
Why not? The Crabman has ideas, Estelle. Ideas from another level of consciousness.
I don't care. I don't like the Crabman, and I don't like his ideas. His ideas are spooky.
Do I want to listen
Next,
to anybody
please.
else, or do I want to name it myself? I think I want to name it myself.
You have? Well, what's the name?
Disco Elysium. No truce with the Furies. Revachol West. Disco Elysium.
Like that DeLorean word for the world, you mean? Elysium.
But Disco Elysium? Isn't it wacky? Disco's kind of gone, isn't it? Forgotten.
The past is the future, but the future is dead!
No, it's beautiful. Beautiful and brave. Like we want it to be.
And short. And memorable.
Memorable, I'll give him that.
It's settled then. Everyone welcome to Disco Elysium.
Help the Raver start a nightclub. Oh my
Andre
god.
breaks into frenzied dance-like motion to celebrate the name. Someone turns up the beat.
Observe his movements. What are you doing, Andre?
I'm dancing!
He performs yet another strange pattern of moves, but it doesn't look very cool or modern. Honestly, it looks like kinda lame.
That soft core gyrating is supposed to be dancing.
We should talk about it. We should talk about your so-called dancing.
Yes, my man.
He jumps up and down with glee. His moves punctuated by the stroboscopic flash of the club lights.
Talk? What is there to talk about if you can express yourself with moves?
Oh, God. Okay, well, you see, this is an example. I've been meaning to ask you what's with the hair.
It's to express my individuality.
Actually, I did wonder about the hair a few episodes back.
Is that a bald spot? It's hard to tell for sure with the fused together spikes, but it looks like he's balding.
Or is it because you're balding? It's important for you to be an individual. It's important for you to be an individual.
Of course it is. Otherwise, I'd just be another poor guy with no education and no money. General issue, man. Now I'm all that, and I have radical spikes.
Fair enough.
Maybe it was a bad idea. Anyway.
Okay, Dance Fever incoming. Standard anti-world die. Oh yeah, okay, so the dice has made an impact here. Savoir faire.
Goodbye,
Shoot. I'm -1 savoir faire at the moment. That's a bit of a dilemma. Okay, let's speak to Noid then. I will come back and I want to...
got us in, cop. I can't believe you got us in.
He looks around the hall examining the carpentry. Yeah, I don't really want to run that. Oh, no, you see, am I doing that thing again where I should just put a couple into savoir faire, but it doesn't feel like it's that important. I really want to keep my points. I don't know.
Between you and me, I don't know if you've noticed this about me. I'm a little suspicious of authority, but you really came through for the hardcore underground.
I thought I had to do something more to sync the signs with Noid.
Yes, you really came through for the hardcore underground. How come?
Andre is busy cutting some slightly less lame, but still quite ungainly shapes on the church floor, sweating profusely. Estelle using her contact mic to listen to a tree underwater. The one with the large head is blasting the dance track on repeat, while the stained glass window behind him is rattling from the bass.
These kids got spunk. I admire that. Nope. Better here than in a tent. It wasn't safe. I'm genuinely into the hardcore. No. I'm a corrupt cop, Kim. This is a corrupt scheme. I did it for mankind, for all of us, mankind. Yeah, it's better than in a tent, I think.
Okay.
What he means is, you're right, actually. The tent was a safety hazard, and this place was deserted anyway.
Noid, what do you think about the
It's
church?
a miracle of carpentry. Dead bodies carved into total shapes. Now it can be something more.
He rubs his hands together. How old do you think this church is? Over 300 years?
That's right. The first settlers built it, plus 6 more like it, on the coast here. Was one of the first things they did. Must have been really scared of something, but I understand. Alone on an uninhabited archipelago, forced to face themselves and nature. Pre-industrial quantities of solitude, the sea, perhaps something more fundamental. I would want to build a safe place for myself and my own as well.
I've just realised, did I say 2 hours or 4 hours to get my gun? Because it's 4 hours. 3 hours now. I don't know, I wasn't paying attention to the time properly. Anyway, something more fundamental? You mean the sound anomaly?
Maybe they were unable to face the nature of the world, perishing.
What style is this church built in? Why are we having this conversation with Noid all of a sudden?
A cop who's into building critique. Okay then, this is folk DeLoreanism, lawmongerer. It's a subset of early DeLorean architecture.
Not just a cop and a marker. Okay, and what is DeLorean architecture like?
Total. Everything between an ancient concrete cathedral and a glass cube is DeLoreanism. This is just an homespun version of it. Folksy stuff. Early mass production. They made thousands like this. Does that help you out?
And what would a DeLorean building look like?
Like that woman there. Vertical, thin, white. A false image of grandeur. The source of the system is up there. You're at the bottom. They really dug that power vertical. Like to show off large and intricate structures. Arches, spires. Put you down with them. They were really into painting everything white too. Virginal shit, you know. Marriage shit. Virtue and tyranny.
Marriage is shit, yeah. Hey, marriage is great. The church isn't painted white as far as I can tell.
Stands to reason it used to be white on the outside. Before the sea wind took all the paint off.
Year after year, flake after flake, whitewashed clean. then covered in green moss.
What did you mean by dead bodies?
Dead bodies of perennial plants. Sigma functions have left this place. It's a good thing we came along. The spiritual collapse has been total.
Spiritual
I saw
collapse?
some piglets suckling their dead mother. Have you heard this one, cop man? After a short while, they shuddered and went away. They had sensed that she could no longer see them and that she wasn't like them anymore. What they loved in their mother weren't her body, but whatever it was that made her body live. End of quote. This is an high-quality carcass. The power of anodic beats and hard bass is needed to reanimate it.
First, where is that quote from? What you're saying is you're not a big fan of the Innocentic system. What you're saying is religion has stopped being hardcore? What exactly are you saying?
This religion of history is false core. It has collapsed.
The way he says it, the force in false core, is invested with 20 kilotons of disgust.
But you guys said Ecclesiastes were all about love and hardcore before, remember? I even agreed with you about Ecclesiastes being okay with this, and you proposed dance music will supplement the system. I even agreed with you.
But were you wrong? The founding party is okay with everything. Look around. They don't have enough love for the human crew to oppose anything anymore. We're on our own.
Okay, but you guys said the Ecclesiastes were all about love and hardcore.
I only said unity. One word. Figures of authority always misquote you. Andre doesn't care about the Ecclesiastes. He just wants the operation to run smoothly. And Egg is a demi-beast. You shouldn't listen to what people say. You should listen to what they are.
Okay, and you propose dance music will supplement the system.
Anodic dance music. Regular dance music wasn't hard enough. And yes, I do.
How do you like the glasswork? Point to the stained glass window.
I don't. Fuck her giving me the evil eye.
That's her innocence Dolores Day, mind your words.
You defend her, law minion. She was a mass murderer. What's up with that?
Mellow, man, mellow. No one's a mass murderer. This is a house of love.
Mass murder on the floor!
Oh god, but she's pretty. But she's the innocence of humanism. Humanism seems to be a pretty big deal around here. Yeah, but like, who isn't accused of being a mass murderer these days? I do feel like there is something terrifying about her. Isn't she supposed to be an embodiment of the world spirit? Would you say she was, you know, human? I do feel there's something terrifying. Isn't she? Yeah, isn't she supposed to be an embodiment of the world spirit?
The world spirit does not have a body. It has organs. Hardcore is an organ of the world spirit.
He raises his left hand.
This Arno van Eyck track is an organ. The carpentry and glass cutting that built this house are also organs. She's a thief, if you ask me. An organ thief. All innocences are.
But she's the innocence of humanism.
Humanism leads to eating sugar and pigs. Humanism was invented to mass produce billions of humans. Billions of humans can mass produce hundreds of billions of pigs.
And many, many more tons of sugar.
She liked games. Her legacy, the thing we live in, isn't real life. It's a strategy for some kind of victory against a long dead opponent. But, yo, I'm only annoyed. What do I know?
Yeah, I'm done talking about her. I don't want to talk about her anymore.
What a strange choice of words. That can't be healthy. What's happening here? Why do you keep coming back to this window?
I know, it's a nice window.
Why do you keep saying that if it isn't making you feel well? Don't come back to this anymore. Stop talking about that damn window.
Jose, what's going on? Let's talk about the glasswork again. I've been thinking about her.
The mass murderer? Why?
Okay, let's go through it. Yeah, that was interesting. I damaged my morale, but she's pretty.
She invented the beauty you're feeling. She and her glass cutters and iconographers. You set the standard, all right. Then you meet it. It's effective like that, but it is also very soft of core. That so-called beauty of hers.
It's anything but softcore. It's terrifying.
You may be onto something, Copper Man. She's got those mass murdering hips.
I do feel there is something terrifying about her.
There is. She is a party repellent, and must be taken down before we can begin partying in here.
Oh god. Say nothing, stare grimly into the distance.
The speed freak looks the same way. It is dark there in the back of the church. For a moment, the music echoes strangely.
Let's just see if we can get back to that same decision.
There is. She
Take
is
her down?
Will do.
Pets the toolbox as if it were a cat.
No, Noid. Stop twisting my melon, man. People are gonna love it. It'll be our thing. Plus, it keeps the cold out.
Yeah, that's a good point. Would you say she was human?
I like this question, Cop Man. She did not live the life of a human. She lived like someone who's playing a game. The life of an operator. That's not the life that humans live. She was adored. Humans aren't. I don't know about you, but they hate me. And they do not think I'm innocent or some shit like that.
Yeah, they hate this too. Point to yourself. I don't know what you're talking about. I have thousands of fans. I'm surrounded by love and support all the time. She was a player. She played us all. It's just a game to her.
Yes.
This speed freak does not quite understand the sudden escalation of emotion in that argument, but he agrees nonetheless.
Okay, but like, who isn't accused of a mass murderer these days?
No one says Arno van Eyck is a mass murderer. The Anodic pioneer Rietveld is not a mass murderer. He is not accused of mass murder. Likewise, no one says Jermaine Egghead or Andre are mass murderers. You can live entirely outside that suspicion. Billions of people go about not being guilty of mass murder. Just not her.
Yeah, I'm just done talking about her.
Okay.
How are you settling in?
Hard to say, Cop Man. Signs in here are distinctly wild. Gonna take a while before everything's properly synced. I did get to talk to the crab man though.
You mean Tiago?
Anyway, he's been giving me kind of a psychic rundown of this place. Dude's seen some crazy shit, but he's actually a lot like us.
You mean all his mother's love stuff isn't too spooky for you? You mean all the sobriety stuff isn't too restrictive for you? What do you mean?
The man picks up on stuff, and he knows a lot about the church. I got a lot to learn from him. Good thing you didn't squash him.
I wanted to talk some more about this place. What did Diego tell you about the church?
The crabman's been lurking here for a while. He's experienced things. Things that give off bad signs. As far as we can tell, the Ubies built this place about 320 years ago as a sarcophagus.
Do you mean there are dead bodies here?
Not like a literal sarcophagus. I'm just being metaphorical.
So what's it for?
Encasement, confinement, of something they were afraid of. Something new and unheard of on the Isla. I think that's what the crabman is experiencing when he climbs around upstairs. Like, this is some old world shit the Ubies had heard about. I thought the best way to deal with it was to build a church, surrounding it, to contain it.
Spooky, let's talk about something else.
Sure.
Okay, why are you so suspicious about everything?
Suspicious people are esoteric people. We don't go around spilling everything to Johnny Law. They don't call me Noid for nothing. It took us setting out for this whole enterprise to get our signs synced.
Why are you called Noid anyway?
It's short for paranoid.
What are you suspicious of?
It'd be easier to list stuff I'm not suspicious of. I'm not suspicious of sound and colour. Mechanics and chemistry also have a trueness about them. Most anything else deceives. Wants to steal your life away.
And what are the most suspicious of things?
I don't have a top 10 list of things I'm most suspicious of, but if I had one, the left-right complex would be number 1. Number 2 would be their sole accomplishment, the pig-wheat paradigm.
Something is off here. You feel like it should be the other way around.
Don't you mean the left-right paradigm and the pig-wheat complex?
No. Politics is an inert complex of daily corruption and inane think pieces. The real paradigm is economic, and it concerns pig and wheat. This is where the innovation happens. It's only a theory. but I suspect they're breeding a pig-wheat hybrid. Probably in Grad.
What? Tell me more about the left-right business.
I prefer not to. Both ask the wrong questions. Any spark of light from either one is accidental. Their combined movement's only concern is producing enough pig and wheat for everyone. The end goal of humanity. The original mistake was assuming that words have more being than bodies. That's what led us astray, far from our true lives, but we may yet find a way back.
Whatever this true life is, you feel it's the real centerpiece of this mythology.
Does that mean you're mentally ill?
Mental illness is a term the powers use to homogenise people. I think I don't reach mental illness. I am merely politically ill, a suspicious element.
Okay, what's suspicious about production of pork and wheat?
It's our only shit. We should make better use of not being animals or cereal grain ourselves.
I can't understand how we ended up talking to Noid about this stuff. It's probably my own fault just for wanting to, what was it? Do the signs thing. What's bad about cereal grain? Having enough food could be a precursor for greater things.
Yes, having food is means to an end. But the left never talks about the end, only the means. Caps are likewise suckers, constantly sleepless in worry.
Okay, well, what's that? Well, that was certainly stimulating. I want to ask you about something else now.
His eyes flicker.
I want to talk more about this place.
Dead body, spirit entered.
Nah,
sure.
fine. You mentioned true life. What would that be like?
A life is true if it's free from fear. An internal division among oneself. And others, mankind has seeds of greatness in it. A germinal will come, a return to trueness. It will be hardcore.
How would you go about returning to this true life?
Beats and bright lights to shatter falsehoods. Nerve impulses for the collective body. We are very much alike in basic structure. An hard enough beat would awaken everyone to a truer calling. In unity.
Just like that. The speed freak is right in your face. His eyes burning. His comrades look on worriedly. Rejection of the right-left axis. Emphasis on unity. Appreciation of some primordial mode of being. What does that remind you of?
Sort of like fascism, then.
Nationalism, militarism, racism, an emphasis on a leader character are totally absent in hardcore.
No words echo through the church majestically. Fair enough, I guess. I didn't mean it as a bad thing, but shouldn't the ones that are more hardcore rule over the ones that are less hardcore, offer them guidance? Fair enough, just making an observation.
He picks up a wrench and scratches his head with it, unaroused by fascism.
So you're advocating a noise-based society, you keep mentioning hardcore, what does it mean to you?
Utmost dedication. Thoughts from the spinal cord. It's a potent superlative as well.
The term also signifies certain varieties of pornography that depict penetration, just so you know.
Thanks, Encyclopedia.
Egghead usually has a better concept of the hardcore. He just really likes saying hardcore.
Hardcore.
Hardcore!
Oh, he's such a weirdo. His friend shouts from behind his mixing table with a smile surpassing your own in wideness, a total moon face and eyes full of naive wonderment. The term hardcore also denotes a strain of pornography that depicts penetration. Did you know that?
That's a pretty hardcore coincidence, don't you think?
I'll give him that.
Yeah!
Yeah! So you're advocating a noise-based society?
Many non-Occidental cultures share a beat at their art. Thus, they are closer to true hardcore life. There's just never been enough of them, and they had to rely on some extremely basic percussion.
Let's change the subject.
Oh yeah, sure thing.
What? Wait a minute, okay, what's with the clothes?
They're hardcore.
You look like a woman with those earrings.
You know what I think? I think man, woman, and child are arbitrary divisions which serve to bind humanity to serfdom.
That's it? Oh, okay then.
It's just a style, you know.
Caught the key. What's it? Perikinesis is love. Okay, conceptualization, godly 16. Hang on a wee minute. Conceptualization. Okay, let's see how we can boost that. Okay, we got one item.
Yo, man. What's on your mind?
Dedicated, hyperactive, unified. You will have to add something of your own to understand this list of loosely formed qualities called hardcore. You need your own entry. Make it.
I am not taking the piss, alright? I am literally putting all my clothes in place so that I've got the best buffs. I'm averaging around 40 to 50% with some of these checks, and they are just coming through like wildfire. I was fully prepared to put points into conceptualization just to get that check done. I feel like I should have played the lottery instead of playing Disco Elysium, but hell, I'll take what I can get. Long live the world that gave shape to hardcore to complete itself, a true heir to DeLorean values. 3.5 centuries and the gift still keeps on giving. I've got the money, I've got the place, you've got the figure, you've got the face. Let's get together, we're jumping all over the world. Oh, Scooter. I don't seem to have anything to add to the hardcore. Yeah.
Endless are the wonders born out of the cultural collaboration, so wisely facilitated by the free world.
Take care, Noid. Well, we got 30% for Fairweather T500. What was that one? That was 2 interfacing. Oh god, an hour and a half. Not only have you internalized the hardcore aesthetic, you've also... you know what, I'll look at that later. I'm busy at the moment. So inspect the traps. Do I want to just get that out of the road now? Maybe. I'm trying to think about who else we need to go and speak to. Yeah, and I want to... Yeah, I'm going to have to finish the thought. I will come back next time and finish off conversations with everybody else, but I want to crack on with what I'm doing. I could go back and speak to Titus, I guess. Is that not something I had to do as well? Bear with me. Okay, so I could go back and speak to Joyce. That being... Wait a minute, was there not a trap just up the hill here that I could go and check? That being said, the next step would be to speak to Titus. I've realised I played almost 25 hours of this game. I'm now 24 episodes in, coming up for 25 now, and I'm only on day 4. I mean, I'm just loving this. Did I not see a trap? Oh, there we go. You know what, screw it, let's do the traps quickly.
There's a trap in the reeds at your feet. Looks like the same one you saw Morel set before. Same mesh, same wiring. The reeds sway in the coastal breeze. They seem to be waiting for something.
Reach for the trap.
Locusts are crawling around in the trap, confused but uneaten. You see no carnivorous reed phasmid gorging on them.
Big surprise. Anyway, 1 down, 3 to go.
Damn, I was hoping it would be in the first one. No need to grin, I'm not expecting to find anything. I'm helping some citizens and getting some fresh air. Yeah, well, let's go with that.
I meant no offense. Just...
Lieutenant doesn't know how to finish the sentence. He looks at you, putting the trap back in the ground. Come on, Kim. I'm not going to hold it against you. Where were the other traps? Oh, there it is.
A familiar apparatus lies among the reeds. Another one of Morel's traps, weighed down by stones to keep it in place.
Look around.
Behind you, the ruins of a residential building rise over the reeds, shielding them from the wind. The reeds rustle confidently.
Reach for the trap.
This trap is also full of panicked locusts. No sign of any cryptozoological beast inside.
Another empty trap.
How are you enjoying the cardio, Lieutenant? I'm quite enjoying myself. Again, I want to make it absolutely clear that I do not believe in the phasmids exists, okay? Look, let's keep going. The next one's a lucky one. Now, again, I want to make it absolutely clear.
Of course. Noted.
He looks at you incredulously as you place the trap back in the reeds. Come on, Kim. Just a bit of fun, man. Okay, next up. Oh, there it is.
This trap's not too hard to spot, once you know what to look for. Keeping it hidden has not been a priority for the cryptozoologist.
Look around.
The reeds bend forlornly toward the water. Some tufts have been crushed. The broken stalks sickly pale against the darkness. In the east, the city center hums to you.
Reach for the trap.
Nothing but locusts in this trap as well. Definitely no cryptozoological monstrosity.
Empty as all of them. One more of these and we're done.
His face is red from the cold sea he crouches to catch his breath. You getting tired? One more time I must stress that I did not expect a cryptozoologist. You know what? Okay, you getting tired?
No, I'm fine. I didn't mean to complain, it's just...
Oh, come on, Kim, get with the program. Right, one more. Fair enough, now we can finally put this nonsense to bed, and then we're going to go and speak to Titus. I have decided.
This is the last of the traps. The one Morel just set. Checking it over, he said, is just a technicality.
Look around.
The reeds hiss and shake in the darkness that has settled over the abandoned camp. It's good the cryptozoologists left. This isn't a very cozy place to stay night after night.
Reach for the trap.
The trap feels light and silent as you pick it up. Something is different here.
Nah. Look closer.
No locust. No phasmid either, but still.
Look closer still.
Well, the bait worked on something. This doesn't mean it was a reed monster, though. Unless you see one in there, I just see an empty trap.
The netting is a little untidy, messier than the others. Like someone or something picked the trap up and shook it before dropping it back down on the ground.
But what if it was the phasmid? I'm leaning towards, actually, I do feel that someone or something may have messed with the trap. Yeah, it probably wasn't the phasmid, but still Morel needs to know. You're right, but they still need to know. You're right, the crypto research has been stupid. Actually, I do feel that someone or something has messed with the trap.
Perhaps our cryptozoologists have competition in the form of an actual entomologist, or someone else is sabotaging them. I could present more theories, but then I would be taking this on as a case, which I'm not.
Fair point, but what if it was a phasmid?
Right. Anyway, that's for the cryptozoologists to figure out now. We are not cryptozoologists. We are cops.
Alright, Kim. You win. Done and dusted. What is it? The last trap was empty. Return to Morel and the Whirling with the news. Okay, we can go and do... Actually, we need to go to the Whirling. Sod it. Let's go and also speak to Titus. I'm going to speak to Titus first, though, because I'm getting bored of this phasmid stuff. Oh, Titus... I is coming for you.
It's you again. What is it?
Okay, I talked to Classy, now I need to talk to Ruby.
Why?
He leans back and regards you with curiosity. Because she's your real leader, I'm going to level with you. She's the next link in the chain that leads me to Lily's killer. I've seen her in laudanum-induced delirium. No. Look, I need to pin this on someone, for God's sake. Hooray! I suspect she killed the victim, that's why. A civil war is brewing and the only way to prevent it is to solve the murder. That means talking to Ruby. I'm leaning towards that, or I'm going to level with you. She's the next link in the chain. A civil war is brewing.
Sounds like you want to push this steaming pile of shit on anyone. And now you pick Ruby. Well, not on my watch you won't. Ruby's one of us. We're not gonna throw her under your moral intern steamroller. Fuck that shit.
And fuck you too, moral
I'm starting to get pissed off with these idiots.
Ruby is missing. If you hide from the police in a murder investigation, you become a suspect. You know how it works, guys.
Thanks for stepping in, Kim.
That's nothing. That's just legalese. You don't even have a sound theory. I don't want to be rude, but we're trying to get some R&R here. Think you could fuck off now?
I think we'll keep sticking around, Titus. You'll be surprised at how quickly a theory presents itself if you keep looking.
And we're going to nail this. 72%. Found the key in the union box. Saw the winch outside. Staged like a play. Reconstructed the murder scene. Found an antique rifle. Secured route. Secret route found. +3. Found an antique rifle. It's not the one in my possession, is it?
A sudden flash of lightning in your neocortex. The hostel cafeteria is lit by its airy blaze. Floor plans, bullet trajectories, webs of human emotion, all channeled into a single thought.
Why are you so sure Ruby didn't off him?
Because she was here, all night, with us.
He's cobbling together shit so he can put her away. It's Cop 101.
She was here all night? 11:30 to 12:15? She was here during all that time?
Yeah, with us, drinking, near the stage there.
She didn't go to the toilet, she didn't go to the bar for a drink, she didn't go out for fresh air for one smoke.
No.
In the whole 45-minute window, she was with you all the time.
All right. She took a fucking leak, okay? For one moment. Maybe went out, too. She has a complex operation to run from her lorry. She's a busy girl. Always has been.
This complex operation is probably something illegal.
Just because she was gone for 5 minutes doesn't mean she magically got to the roof and shot the merc. I've been through this. It's not plausible.
Says you, but you're an idiot.
He's been through it. That means he suspected her too. All right, we're in. We got Ruby unaccounted for sometime during the window. This was crucial. Now let's place her on that roof.
Yeah, there is a secret route in the kitchen that leads straight to the roof. Have you noticed the winch out back on the outer wall of the whirling? There's a secret route in the kitchen.
How?
So I'm just thinking about where else the shot could have come from if we're expecting her to have potentially stepped onto the balcony and just shot the guy through the glass, but at the same time, is it the whole point that we're just wanting to speak to her, not that we necessarily think she was definitely the shooter? I don't know. Through what looks like an abandoned pinball workshop.
People say there was a pinball arcade here, sometime before the hostel. What was it called, Theo?
East Delta Pinball Arcade. Weird place. Went bankrupt.
Okay, but how'd you get up? There's no room for a staircase in this building. Or an elevator, for that matter.
The elevator is outside the building. It's an old dumbwaiter used for moving pinball machines up and down from the workshop.
From there, a door leads straight to the roof. You can just step outside.
Ruby could have gone up, shot him, come down. All under 7 minutes.
That's quite the theory. We need to have a look at that secret passage, boys.
I'm on it, boss. Right when the law clears, me and Angus are going up there.
It's a dumbwaiter, not an industrial lift. How about I go instead of...
Just now. You got something else to back this route up? Or is that it?
Okay, let's take it from the top. You do agree that the shot came from the roof, right?
Why not? You can't draw a straight line into Clausia's window from any of the surrounding buildings. Not from what I know about Martinez. Maybe from the coast. But like I said, I've been too busy dealing with you idiots. So no, I don't think it was a sniper.
There's a 72%. Oh, my bad. There's a 72% chance that bullet came from the roof.
72%. There's a percentage and all. Where'd you get it from? Your guys in the lab?
Yeah, Big Rab in Jamrock, the Jamrock Ballistics Lab.
Wouldn't hurt to have one of those in Martinez. What else have you got that puts her on the roof?
Skilled Sambo artist could have climbed the walls like a spider. No. Have you noticed the winch out back on the outer wall of the whirling?
I've seen the winch. I'm not blind. You saying it's part of the elevator she used to get up there? That's one mystery down then. An architectural mystery. Doesn't much concern Ruby, does it?
There were pinball machines in the workshop still operational. What's this got to do with anything?
Right. What the fuck does that got to do with Ruby?
Nothing, I just thought we could bring some down, get some new machines in here.
Wow, man, can we? I mean...
That'd be awesome. I beat that Royalist machine 20 times now.
All right. We can get the barman to bring them down. What else?
I also found footprints upstairs in the old workshop.
Footprints? Recent?
He looks tough, but there is a nervous twitch in his dark green eye. This is all too close to home for him.
What was it? A size 43, I think it was.
43 is pretty large for a girl, don't you think? But then Ruby's what you call a butch girl. She's no daffodil.
Yeah, but that's what's so cool about her. It's why we've been thinking...
I know what you've been thinking, Glenn. We'll talk about it. Once the murder charges have been cleared.
Titus, you're not really saying...
He's thinking, all right. Glenn gets silence for an answer. Push forward with this theory.
Guess what? Remember the key I found here? Point at the window.
I don't like guessing, Carl. No one does.
It opens the steel door in the kitchen, the one that leads upstairs to the roof. This key was right here, with you, all the time.
You didn't find it, but Ruby did. That's how she got up there.
Quit jumping to conclusions, Theo. You took that key. Did it look like it was recently put there?
No, the ribbon was old, faded. It'd have been there for 20 years at least.
She could have just put it back there once she was done.
Why? This doesn't make sense. It's damn interesting, but it doesn't fit well, and you know it.
It doesn't fit well, but it fits, and he knows it.
Have we firmly established that Ruby could have had access to the roof where the man was shot?
Firmly doesn't go well with could've. There's a route to the roof. Me and the boys need to check it out. That's what we've established. But a route does not put that bullet in his head. A gun does that, and Ruby doesn't carry one.
Phase 2, murder weapon. Get a gun in her hand. If not that, then at least a shadow of a doubt, in the shape of a gun.
Show them the antique rifle. There are weapons like this just lying around in Martinez.
That looks antique. A Belle McGrave. It's inoperable. Where'd you get it?
There's a cellar underneath the bookshop. It was hidden there with others just like
20, maybe 30 rifles, Titus. Also broken, but still, there were too many. And there must be other caches too.
God damn it. We need to close that dump down for good.
Okay, I see your point. There are guns lying around. Damn it. I thought we'd found all the old spots. Why was that still there?
We just missed one. Ruby doesn't know this place, boss. Just these cops digging up shit.
The local pawn shop sold my gun to a woman. Maybe it was her.
You lost your gun?
What an idiot!
Oh, I didn't think about disclosing that to them.
Tell me, did you lose it before the murder? You didn't. And Ruby didn't use your lost gun to kill him.
Stop thinking about your lost gun, damn it. You'll get a heart attack.
Yeah, fair point.
This was merely a thought exercise. He did not lose his gun. Let's move on.
There's a small 28% chance that shot came from beyond the roof. That's not going to help, guys. This is Revachol. Anyone could get a gun around here, anyone.
Look, fucko. Ruby and I are pretty tight. She would have showed me the gun if she had one. She knows I love guns.
Yeah, everyone knows Glenn loves guns.
I don't know, Glenny. Ruby's a little secretive, isn't she? Wasn't like she told you every little thing.
Look who's finally speaking. Ratty's been uncharacteristically quiet since you started theorizing. Maybe he has something to gain from implicating her.
Come on, guys. She's one of you. Of course she's carrying. You all are. Classier said Ruby takes care of things. You don't know. You don't do that without a gun in Revachol.
She organizes things. She doesn't whack people. That's not the kind of person she is. She's a talker.
It's clear this one is protective of her.
Easy now, Glenn. What he's trying to say is, people who don't have guns don't shoot people. You need a gun for that. You can't prove she has one.
You don't need to prove anything. Doubt is enough for now. And Titus must have some.
I didn't say I'd prove she had the wonder weapon, just that we needed to find her and move on.
I don't know, Cop. Why don't you find your lost gun first?
Shit.
Easy now, Al. This isn't comedy hour.
Titus, we're not seriously considering it, are we? Ruby wouldn't do this. Why would she do something like this?
Dissension in the ranks.
Phase 3. Motive. The last component.
Okay, that's a good one. It's not why did she kill him, it's why did she organise the cover-up. Maybe it's all part of a leadership challenge against you, Titus. Maybe she'd killed him because she thought it would curry favour with you. It's not why did she kill him, it's the cover-up.
And I suppose you have a theory on that.
She could have just been covering up for herself, Titus.
Think about it. Why go through all that effort? It was her idea, wasn't it? The hanging. You went along, but she suggested it.
She had, like, a fully formed plan and shit. Right when she came back downstairs.
Really, Shanks? Claudia wanted to talk to another girl, that's all. She was just the first one up there. I could have come up with that plan if I'd have been first.
Time for a logics demonstration.
Okay, Eugene, let's assume you killed him. Yeah, let's go with Eugene.
He scoffs.
Think. You kill him. Get up there. Shoot him. Get down.
Would you prefer to go on trial with your friends as part of a lynch mob, or alone for committing murder?
The man is silent.
If she used us to cover her own shit up, well, that's a serious violation of the Hardy Code, boss.
Which is why she didn't. She would never do that. Why aren't more of you defending her? This is fucking stupid, Titus.
Glenn, I thought the same thing when she skipped town and left us in this shit.
Oh, so he didn't rule her out completely. And she skipped town. This is good.
Maybe she killed him because she thought it would curry favour with you.
You had expressed, on occasion, your dislike of the mercenaries' presence in Martinez, right?
Whack someone in my district? That doesn't carry much favor with Titus Hardy. She has to know that.
Maybe it's all part of a leadership challenge.
There's no fucking leadership challenge. Just when I thought you were taking this seriously, cop, you put your head in your ass.
Man, now he's just throwing shit against the wall to see what sticks.
Oh shit, I should be more careful.
Okay. We ruled out infighting. That's how this works, by exclusion. Remember, all we need to do is rule Ruby out too. That's all this is.
Yeah, Titus, you have to see it. Things don't add up. We need to talk to her.
Silence. He looks around the room. The old man in the corner nods. A very small nod. And a trickle of tobacco spit on his lip.
Yeah, I see it. There's one more thing I've been wondering about. Ever since you asked me where she is. Add it to your list of suspicions, if you want. I don't know where she went. She just got up and left. Got real scared, too. Wouldn't tell me where. However, hard I asked. Want to know why?
Why?
She was afraid I would tell you. Maybe she was right. By now, I probably would.
She knew there's evidence on her, and she knew we'd find it. This is typical suspect behavior, why fleeing is always incriminatory.
Perhaps. Ask her if you find her. It won't be easy, though. She made sure of that.
When did she leave?
Friday afternoon, when you first arrived. I got word the RCM was in town. Then she came in to see me. Told me she was leaving. That's when we had our little conversation.
What was she scared of?
I told you. You.
Me as in the RCM?
No, you. As in the cop with the sideburns and the disco clothes.
Oh shit, I'm sorry, God, why does everything flee at the sight of my shadow? I have no idea why she'd be scared. I'm just a normal cop with regular thoughts in his head.
Sure. Normal.
Okay, he doesn't buy that.
You know, when I first saw you limping here, I thought she was paranoid or sniffing her own supply. But now I'm not so sure.
What else did Ruby tell you about me?
She said you have a funny taste in clothes, and that you won't stop.
Won't stop?
Until you have something on her. She said she's heard of you from Jamrock, that you're a human can opener, that you play suspects against each other, open them up, like cans.
Interesting.
And then when they're all empty, just move onto the next can. Don't look back unless there was something you missed.
Fucking hell. Titus, did he just...
open Angus up like a can? Yes, he did. Now, we can whine about it, whack him, or we can go on with our lives. I'm having a go on with our lives kind of day, Al. How about you?
Silence. He nods.
Was it true, Kim? Am I a can opener?
You are insistent.
Anything else? Anything?
Yeah, there was something else. She wouldn't tell me, though. I could see she wanted to. It was burning on her lips. This caught Titus. This caught me. But she was too scared.
Do you have any clues on where Ruby went?
She's not far. We know that much. She didn't take her lorry, so she's on foot.
Good fucking luck, man. She knows this place like the back of her hand. You'll never find her.
Yeah, Al. And we won't either.
She's not really a hardy candidate anymore, is she?
She's not, Glenn.
Have you looked for her?
A little. On the coast.
Where have you looked for her, more precisely?
More precisely, on the coast, past the waterlock. She's not here, so I'm thinking she's there.
Who's doing this looking? They're all here.
You're all here who's
Lizzie
looking.
needed some air.
So she didn't go to tell Everard.
No one goes to tell Everard anything. He knows what he has to know. Fast.
It's called a radio, you believe. The gardener may have played you a game when she stormed out. She has her own plan.
Can you tell me where on the coast I should start looking?
Sure. There are some shit houses there. A cinder block town. The fisherfolk there refuse to unionize. So, that's one place we haven't looked. I hear they have a shack where junkies sometimes crash. Time for you to step up.
We will start there. One more question. What does Ruby look like?
Boyish. Hair's red. Dyed. She looks like a lorry man.
It's not much, but it'll do. Go!
It'll have to.
He puts his hand out. Shaky. Shake it. Walk it with shake it.
His grip is firm and reassuring, like holding a piece of unpolished granite. Not just granite, tightly packed RCM sergeant material.
You should be a cop, Titus, just thinking.
No, he already is a sergeant. That's what you're feeling. He just wasn't sure what you are.
Okay. Interesting progress here. So we now need to go and find Ruby, which I guess will be our next task. And in 1 hour and about 15 odd minutes, we're going to be in a position to get my gun back, which is going to be exciting for the next episode. I've got a few people to speak to in here as well. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to leave this episode here. Thank you so much for watching. If you like my content, hit that like and subscribe button. But this is Big Bear signing off. But there will be another video. See ya.